Alright everybody, welcome to Crash Bandicoot, the N-Sane Trilogy run by Clockdistrict.
Hello.
Yeah, excellent. I'm going to be handing over to Clockdistrict to run your run, and we can have some cool donos very shortly. So I will bow out and leave you with the mic.
Thank you very much. As you just heard, my name is Clockdistrict. This is Crash Bandicoot 1 from the N-Sane Trilogy. We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to get a lot of information out of the way very, very quickly. There's a lot of things that I kind of need to cover in this game. As I said, this is Crash Bandicoot 1 from the N-Sane Trilogy. If you guys have ever played this as a child, you know exactly what this game is about. The very first thing I'm going to talk about is the movement. In Crash 1, there's a lot of limited movement compared to Crash 2 and 3. There's no sliding that you get in that game. There's no cool movement tech that we get, so I'm limited to basically just running, jumping, spinning, just like you'll see here. I'm going to try and get as many boxes as possible, and you'll see why in a second. I want to get the ones that are kind of in my way, but I don't really want to get anything outside of it. You'll also see that I've got a little bit of invisibility here with the triple mask. We'll explain that in a little bit, because we'll see it coming up in the next few levels. Let's finish up Insanity Beach here. So you can see at the end of the level here, there was a little shadow of a box here that's here. We'll explain that as well. So here at the end of the first level, you'll see it says great, but you missed X amount of boxes. I want to make sure that I'm getting boxes, but also make sure that I'm not missing. Sorry, also make sure they're not going out of my way to waste time, because if I can just let it hit me in the head at that animation, then it's faster. We're gonna go into jungle rollers here. Let's have a talk about the masks that are on my head. You can see these boxes. Sorry, give me a sec. Controller's reconnecting. There we go. See these boxes that have the little mask on them. His name's Aku Aku. If you hit him, if you get one box, you get one mask of shield damage. If you get two, you get two. And if you get three, you get a little bit of invisibility, just like this. And Crash moves just a little bit faster. I'm gonna wait. We're gonna get to another box here with another mask. I'm gonna wait for this one to run out, because if I get that box before this mask runs out, it doesn't count at all. It just keeps going as if I got a normal box. So I'm gonna come through. Also, I can just go through these cycles right here. These rollers. Perfect. Don't think I'm gonna get that in time. Nah, well, I'm not gonna get it. You can get that TNT very easily if you are fast enough. You'll also see when I don't have the triple mask, I'm gonna be jumping a lot. Crash actually moves just a little bit faster when you're jumping up and down. It's an interesting bit of speed tech. So pretty much just running, jumping, and spinning the whole way to the end. That's the end of jungle rolls right there. So as you can see, I'm carrying 2 masks into the next level. It's gonna be really, really, really important, because just like the last couple of levels, I'm gonna take these masks all the way to the end. So we're gonna get into the Great Gate here. The Great Gate introduces a new level type. We're climbing up a wall, basically. This is gonna be a 2D sort of level. So I'm gonna use the D-pad for most of these levels. These few boxes here, climb up the wall. We're gonna get the first mask right here. We're just gonna run straight to the end. Get rid of all of these enemies. We can jump up here. Make that jump right there. Get rid of the monkey. The monkeys, we'll touch on them a bit later. They can get interesting. Here's some little log platforms. We just spin that and then jump on top of it like that. First mask is about to run out. There we go. And then the second mask is just on the next platform over here. I'm going to jump on this turtle, smack it just like that. This will carry us pretty much all the way to the end. And then once this mask runs out, I don't care about the masks after this, because the next level is actually going to take away all of my masks. So once we get to the end, I'm just going to run straight to the end. I don't care what cycle I'm on. There we go. We'll just get over this fire here. All right. There we go. That is the end of the first 3 levels. Nice and done. So this next level that we're going to go into is called Boulders. It is a chase level. It is the first of 2 chase levels and the first of 3 levels that is going to take away all of our masks. So as soon as I go into that level, no more masks. It makes the level a bit harder, but we'll be fine. All right, into Boulders. So Boulders is an interesting level because I can actually get all of the boxes if I wanted to. The only issue is if I get all of the boxes, we get a special gem, or we get an animation saying, great, but you didn't get the gem. It's actually faster for me in these levels to miss one box. That is the optimal way. That's the optimal box routing for this level. I'm going to try and jump as much as possible, but not jump down these holes. That would be very unfortunate. Speaking of deaths, by the way, if I die at all in this run, I'm going to donate $10 per death. So hopefully I die a lot. Get some money in for charity. So this level's pretty chill. You just run, jump. There's this boulder chasing you, but you save enough time by jumping that this boulder would never hit you. You would have to go very, very slowly during a speed run to not get hit by this boulder. As you can see, it's way behind me. Normally, it's supposed to be right behind you. All right, so here's the end of the level. So we missed 2 boxes here. Not the most optimal, but look, each box to fall down takes like 0.1 seconds. As you can see, that's the 2 boxes right there. So heading back into the hub world now. Alrighty, into Upstream. This is the first of the 2 river levels. I'm gonna go for something called leaf skip right at the start. There's actually a leaf that we can jump on, and we can jump straight off of it. If I line myself up, might be a little bit too far left, but it's okay. You'll see I'm gonna spin here to extend Crash's hitbox. I died, unfortunately. That's $10 to charity. I was a little bit too far left. So I'm going to spin when I come off the leaf. When you spin in this game, it increases Crash's hitbox, and that's the leaf skip right there. That skip looks deceptively simple. It's a lot harder than it looks. And smack that piranha right there. Get the TNT that's over here. So here you can see these piranha plants. The piranha plants, the red ones will only damage me when I stand on them. The purple ones, which you'll see coming up, they're on a global cycle, so they're always running when the level is loaded. The leaves that you see kind of drifting through the river, they are on a local cycle, so that'll only move when I get near them. You see this little face token, we'll get onto that in a little bit. That will unlock bonus areas. I'll wait for this one. Awesome, and that is the end of Upstream. All right, so we're a little bit down on masks. I would like to carry that mask through, but that will be okay. You miss quite a lot of boxes in this one. Unfortunately, Crash takes a bit of a beating at the end of some of these levels. All right, this is Papu Papu. He is basically the tutorial boss. All we have to do is jump on his head. He'll smack down a hammer and spin around. You can actually get a free hit on him right at the start, just like that. So he'll smack his hammer down. I really got to watch out for that hammer. It can hurt you very, very easily. But just like that. On the last hit, I'm also going to wait for him to stop moving, and I'm going to jump onto his stomach, because at the end of the boss fight, Crash will let you jump from wherever you are onto his stomach. There we go. We'll jump onto that. It saves just a little bit of time. Perfect, just like that. And that's the first boss done. Just like that. All right, we're now out of Papu Papu. Down to Rolling Stones. This is basically just like the levels at the start. If we could get a couple of donations through, that would be awesome.
Fantastic. Well, donations have been coming in thick and fast, and we actually have a donation from somebody called Definitely Not Clockdistrict. Weird coincidence here.
Yeah.
They say, throwing some early bucks into the ring. Good luck to myself in the run tomorrow. This $5 goes towards Sir Boris Pink in the Spyro Year of the Dragon run.
Oh, I guess that must have been me then.
Funny that. What a crazy coincidence. We also have a $5 donation from Cookie, who says, good luck with spinning, good luck with jumping, good luck with... I guess that's it, huh? Good luck, Clock.
Thanks, Cookie. We have time for a couple more. This level's still got a bit left.
Couple more. Okay. Yep. We have a $20 donation from Diggin that says, good luck, Clocky, and good luck to the rest of the runners. Let's raise some money for such a great cause. Put this towards the Pro Skater 3 incentive. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Diggin.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, we can fit one more in.
One more? Excellent. Yeah. So, and we finally have a $5 donation from Kai, who says, I would like to put this towards Pink Spyro for the Sir Boris, please. We will absolutely do that for you, Kai. Thank you for your donation. Awesome
stuff. It's good to see some familiar names in the donations there. Awesome to see it. By the way, I would recommend donating towards the Spyro incentives. Also the Ratchet & Clank incentives, I would recommend. The world's hardest game. We need to see that on Sunday. my personal recommendations. So now we're going to Hog Wild. Hog Wild is a very fun level. This one is the only vehicle level. Well, okay, no, sorry, there's two, but it's the only one we do in the run. I don't think you can really call it a vehicle level. What? I don't know if you guys would consider a hog a vehicle or not, but anyway, this is also another level that takes all of our masks away. So those masks that I had at the end, unfortunately, once again, we lose them, but that's okay. We don't really need them right now. This is, again, another level where jumping is pretty important. You can see there's these shield dudes here. This level's pretty chill. Once you kind of get used to the layout of it, it's very easy, very fun. The music slaps. This is also another level where missing one box is completely optimal. We'll see coming up, we've also got some other hogs, unfortunately, being cooked for our dinner tonight. We'll see 3 of them. There's the first one. I'm actually going to stop jumping when I get to the second one. Yep, right, just like that. And then we'll just jump over the third one. It just makes the third one easier to get over. Otherwise, you can really get screwed up. If you want to, you can also get damaged off this dude right here. It's very, very, very difficult though. So that is Hog Wild right there. All right, now we're into a part of the game that I like to call the Gauntlet. These levels are very difficult, and it starts here with Native Fortress. This is basically the Great Gate, but really, really long and very difficult, especially compared to what we saw before. This is where the difficulty of the game spikes tremendously for a few levels. This is where most runs go to die. And you'll kind of see it near the end of the level. Once we get to the top of this wall, there's a lot of interesting cycles here. And if you die, you miss a lot of time here. We've got some more log platforms up here. 1, 2. All right. So I'm going to keep this mask as long as possible because we've got a damage abuse coming up. Through some TNT, which will save me about 7 seconds. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There's those shield guys again. They're not very fun. They bounce you very far back. You feel like you're about to fall off, but you actually don't. They just knock you into the next platform, basically. So here's that last shield guy. All right. I went on this fire cycle, and I'm going to get damaged right here. Spin that TNT, jump through there. Normally, you would have to spin the boxes above the TNT, wait for the TNT, and then go through. Waste about 7 seconds. So now we're climbing up to this area, to the area that I was talking about. I'm going to get this mask here. I want to keep this mask as long as possible for the next boss fight. And here's a little developer-intended shortcut that you can take. You can just jump through the wall here. Just run straight to almost to the end of the level. So we'll just take that to here, jump over, get these turtles. And here you can see there's a lot of fire. One thing I'd also like to note is you see me spin whenever I land on these torches. I don't know what to call them. These are actually bouncy, but if Crash lands on a bouncy surface when he's spinning, he actually doesn't bounce at all. He just lands straight onto it. So we're going to use that here. Saves quite a bit of time across the level. And we'll see it in one of the bonus levels as well later on. I'm going to wait here because there's 3 fire cycles. There's another little gap there that you can hide in if you want. There's a life behind that too if you're a bit struggling. And that was a really good native fortress. I was very happy with that. It could have gone a lot worse. All right, so that's the first island done. There are 3 levels, but I like to say that there's 4, and you'll kind of see why near the end of the run. There we go, Crash, unfortunately. There's a lot of boxes that land on him in this run. I feel very sorry for him. All right, so we're heading to Up the Creek. This is basically Upstream, but longer. You'll start to see a pattern here. It'll introduce a level type, and then it'll do one of that level type, but longer. If we have any more donations, that would be sick.
All right, we have gotten a $100 donation from Rex that simply says, "Let's go."
Let's go, Rex. Thank you for the 100, mate. That's huge. That is awesome.
We also have a $5 donation from Tim who says, "Good luck to everyone. Let's raise some freaking money. Happy ASM all."
That's good. Oh man, I can't wait for Tim's run. He's going to be running Resident Evil 2 later, tomorrow actually.
Exciting stuff.
Yes. We can keep donations going to the end of this level, by the way.
Excellent. We also have a $36 anonymous donation that says, sending some nerds to the Whack-A-Mole minigame. Now, the Whack-A-Mole minigame is actually a donation incentive for a run tomorrow called Smile For Me, which, weirdly enough, is run by a guy who's pretty handsome, in my personal opinion.
Handsome, you say?
That's my run tomorrow morning.
Oh! Well, I'd have to agree with that then.
Yeah, so that's a $400 goal as well, but that is, we do have until about 9:30 tomorrow morning to get that one done.
That's beautiful. Hopefully we get that goal.
About, chat? I am the epitome of subtlety. We also have a $10 donation from Low Poly Zoe, who says, am I allowed to donate in New Zealand dollars to an Australian speedrun? Put this towards the Heart Gold run.
Nice. All right.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this is Riparoo. This is our second boss fight of the game. So you can see that I have 2 masks right now, and we're going to use them to get some really nice damage abuses. You can get this boss fight done in 30 seconds if you know how to do it right. So you can see we're not going to do it in 30 seconds because I was very early on that. It's okay. I'm just going to wait for this TNT to come down. This is a big TNT, not normal TNT. I'm just going to spin that, get him right there. I kind of have to wing this. That's okay. All right, we'll get him very shortly. Yep. That should get him on the other side. Awesome. That is Riparoo done. Normally you're supposed to get the first one that I try to jump on as it comes down, and then you just get the last 2 damage abuses just like I did before. But it's all right. That was pretty quick in my opinion. I also see a Rudism in chat. I would like to give him a quick little shout out. He's done some speedruns to this game with a mango. All right, now we're into the Lost City. On my splits, I call this the Reset City. The thing with this game is, in the original game, if you wanted to get a gem, you had to get all of the boxes without dying. Now, thankfully, in the N-Sane Trilogy, you don't need to get all the you need to get all the boxes, but you can die, except for 6 levels where there's colored gems. And the colored gems, if you get every single box without dying, you will unlock a very special sort of like new path in another level somewhere. Thankfully, the green gem lets us basically skip a level near the end of the run. So I need to do this level absolutely perfectly. No deaths, get all of the face tokens that you see, do both of the bonuses, get every single box, no deaths, no nothing. Or you can die in bonuses. They technically don't count as deaths. But yeah, this will be a very, very interesting level and a very stressful level sometimes. Once you get to the top, just like Native Fortress, this gets very difficult very quickly. I've seen a lot of runs die right here. All right, I'm just going to climb up the wall here. And soon you'll see the first of the 2 bonus levels. There we go. That jump is a little bit risky. Bit interesting because you can jump to the side or behind it and then land in the fire that's literally underneath it if you have no masks. That's a rip run. All right, we're up to the top here. I'm just going to come over here and get this last face token for the embryo bonus. So you'll see the bonuses. There it is. The portal is now lighting up. We're going to jump on the environment just to not have to, wait on this platform cycle here. Alrighty. So welcome to the first bonus level. These are just little platforming challenge, little 2D platforming challenges. Pretty easy. As I said, I can die in bonus levels as much as I'd like to. Sorry, as much as I want to, because they don't count as deaths. Alrighty, that's the first one done. It's very, very, very simple. The second one's also kind of simple, but if you try to do it fast, it's a bit risky. So this is where the Lost City becomes the Reset City, because right up here, there's a lot of lizards. And they have some very interesting mechanics. If you spin them when you're on the ground, or if you spin them the wrong way, they will invert your controls, and if you don't realize what you're doing, you will literally just walk backwards straight off the edge, and good luck getting back in here doing that all again. Thankfully we're near the end of the level. This is pretty breezy. All right, here comes the second bonus right up here. This bonus is interesting because we have some cool speed strats. Remember when I told you guys about the bouncy, spinning on a bouncy surface? We are going to use that here to just get rid of all of that, all of it. All right, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take it very slow on these. 5. Oop. I can't count. All right, there we go. That is the second of 2 bonuses done. And we're just going to wrap up this level. Not much longer left, but we can still die, unfortunately. There's some interesting jumps. There's some tight jumps like this one. All right, and then we're going to get the green gem right here. I'm going to stop for just a quick second because if you just run right through it and you go too fast, you actually can go through the gem and then finish the level before the gem has actually got its hitbox. Thankfully, we're at the end of the Lost City. Now I can chill out a bit more. The hardest, well, my hardest level is now completely done. I still have 2 masks, which is good. We're going to head into Temple Ruins. This is the first of the 2 temple levels. These levels are pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. There's not many checkpoints in here. A lot of difficult platforming. And as you can see, it is pitch black down there. So I cannot see Crash's shadow unless I am over a platform. Run through here. It's a good thing I got this mark. I just carry this invincibility straight to the end. Oh, not to the end. Carry to here. There's some doors that try to slam shut here. They can actually desync on you. Thankfully, they stay open if you've got invincibility. I like to go very slow for the doors though, because you might see them in this one or the next one. They can be very interesting. Same with these fire pots. You would have seen on the little fire torches that I was just jumping early because I know those cycles really well. These fire pots have really long and weird cycles. So unfortunately, it's very difficult to try and guess when they're going to go. That's the second invincibility of this. All right. Oh, that's $20 to charity. All right. That's set us back quite far. As I said, if you die in these levels, there's a lot of time that you can lose very easily. All right, here we go. Wait for these cycles again. These 3D jumps in this level are very, very scary, especially when you go onto these moving pylons. It's not very fun at all. I'm just gonna wait on that cycle just up ahead. I would like to keep this mask as long as possible, just for safety. Because, you know, I wouldn't want to donate $30 to charity, would I? All right, this is the end of the level, thankfully. Got more bats. All right, that's safe to go. Awesome. And that is the end of Temple Ruins. It doesn't want to donate? I do. I might bump it up to $20 later. Who knows? All right. Also, one thing to note, I have seen it asked in chat, Crash is a lot easier on controller. I will highly recommend that. One thing also about keyboard and mouse, and one thing I should just mention in general, you can see those boxes are falling really, really, really fast on Crash. Basically, if I hold X during that animation, I'll show you at the end of one of the levels and show you how much the time difference is. Those boxes fall very, very fast. But now we're in Road to Nowhere. This is the first of the 2 rope levels, and that's $30 to charity. So if any of you have played this as a kid, you will know exactly what this rope strat is. You can just jump on these ropes here, pretty much just skip the level. Unfortunately, this is a lot harder than the original game, because in the original game, Crash's hitbox was a square. And unfortunately, in this game, it's a pill. It's a bit more circular. So I need to be very, very careful about his left and right positioning. You can also jump on these ropes to save about 2 seconds. Unfortunately, there we go. Unfortunately, if you're not dead center, the Crash starts moving to the side very slightly and becomes a bit more difficult. All right, we're starting to get near the end of this level, thankfully. Also, these hogs that you see here, they're invincible. The only way they can really kill them is with a triple mask. A little bit to the right. A little bit to the right. Okay, there we go. Perfect. That's the first of them done. All right, roads to donations, exactly. So we'll see another one of those levels later on in the run. And we'll see when it's somehow I'm better at the second one. That should be harder than the first one. All right, now we're in Boulder Dash. This is the second of the chase levels. I can get as many boxes in here as I want because there is a blue gem path that has some more boxes in it. If we have any more donations, we can run them through.
All right, excellent. What I might do instead of a donation just for right now is just remind everybody who we are. We are Oz Speedruns, a group doing speedrun events to raise money for charity. For this event, we're raising money for Beyond Blue, a charity working to raise the awareness of mental health issues and reduce the stigma around these issues to help people achieve their best possible mental health. If you'd like to donate, you can go to donate.ozspeedruns.com, chuck in ! donate in the chat, and while you're there, make sure you check out our awesome donation incentives. Type in ! incentives in chat to make sure you get yourself onto our lovely little spreadsheet. I'm terribly sorry. Make sure that you check out our really cool donation bid wars for Hollow Knight to save and kill Myla. You can also choose the Pro Challenge in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. And we have a bonus game incentive for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. That is a $300 goal, and we've only got $20 so far into it. We need to get there by the end of the day, so make sure that you're getting your donations in. Beautiful
stuff. One thing I would also like to note about this level, it's very interesting. This game's not very optimized. These like big gaps that you see me going over in this level especially, you can like your game can lag a lot. This is on high settings. If I was on ultra right now, my game would probably be at about like 32 FPS instead of the 60 that I'm at. We like to say that this game is not even held together by duct tape. It's just held together with thin air. We've got the run into Bandicoot. Crash 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Played it as a kid. When NSC came out, I just thought this game was fun. All right, so this is Sunset Vista. This is basically the level that we had to do perfectly, but longer. I can also get past that cycle very, very easily just by holding right before I even enter the level. And then we're gonna jump through here. Thankfully with this one, I can die, which is very good. Otherwise, this level would be just as bad. In a way, it is almost as bad. You'll see that in a second, but at least I don't have the stress. And there's thankfully quite a few checkpoints near the start. There we go. I got that cycle nicely. All right, waiting for these. Oh, so this level's pretty long. This level is about 4.5 minutes, something like that. So we'll be here for a while. You'll be hearing this music loop quite a bit. This will basically be go this way, go up, go the other way, go up, go the other way, go up, end of level. There we go. I'm going to set our first climb right here. And up we go. All right, gotta watch out for that flame right there. That can screw you over. If you're not watching, it can get you before the platform gets there. All right, we've got a local cycle coming up. And as I said before, local cycles will trigger when you get near them. So I'm actually gonna skip a checkpoint. I'm gonna brave out 30 seconds. If I die here, I go straight back to the bottom. Thankfully, I do have a mask yet, and we've got a second one right here. Alrighty. Here comes the next climbing section. There's another flame pot there that tries to snipe you as you come up. Oop, 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 oop. Yep, and this is what I mean about this level. This level can screw you pretty hard. There's very easy to lose a lot of time there, but that's okay. The main thing is we didn't die. If we died, that would have been very sad. Whoop. Okay, yeah, these platforms are very interesting when you try to jump from one platform to another. All right, so we're now bringing in our next sort of horizontal section of this level. There's some bats here, and I'm not on a terribly good cycle, but that's okay. All right, climbing up on top of here, just jumping right over these blocks. Getting the Cortex face token when I don't really need it. There's the next checkpoint. Awesome stuff. We're now in a safer territory. Get these boxes just because I'm going to miss a cycle here. Oop, and I'm dead. I eyeballs that too much. That's okay. That is $40 charity. Yeah. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. 2 deaths in the same spot. Oh no. Is he throwing for content? Is he throwing for charity? All right, I'm going to take this one pretty safe. So you can actually jump behind the wall here. You can see that right there. I'm just going to safe it out here. All right, now we're beginning the last climbing section. As I said, this level can go either very well or very, very, very badly. It's kind of a theme with this game. And most of the levels that can go really badly, if they do go badly, we're talking 20-30 second time losses each death. Okay, now we're gonna get to the end of the level here. There's one more lizard that tries to kind of catch you out. I'm gonna wait for him to jump, spin him, and that is the end of this level. We're gonna have 60 boxes fall on top of crash. So I'll show you. This is the normal speed, and if I hold X, this is how fast it goes. And as you can see, Crash is not having a good day right now. Crash is not having fun. I feel so sorry for him. I'm sorry, Crash. I tried. All right, now we're into Koala Kong. Chat, we're going to play a game. We're going to play a game called Counting with Clock. So this is Koala Kong. It's a bit of an RNG boss. He'll throw some rocks at me and I'll spin them back. That's pretty much the entire boss. Let's count here. 1, 2, 3. Chat, what's the next number? 7. Perfect, Gaffy. That is amazing stuff. So you can spin that rock there. Normally you like let it land here and let it roll a bit. You can just spin it back straight away. Now there's some TNT in the mix, and you can also see that there's some minecarts in the back. We just hit 3. What's the next number, chat? He just blew with the 42069. That is perfect. That is indeed the next number. I'm going to wait for this one, actually. All right. We'll count again. 1, 2, 3. Would be better with the crowd, to be honest. Chat, what's the next number? Deacon Joe with a 9? I think 9's the next number. We'll give it one more. 1, 2, 3. Chat, what's the next number? Fibonacci. That's a sequence, not a number. Whoop. There we go. All right, that's Koala Kong done. There is actually a strat that you can do. We can do something called a hyper jump, which I'm going to try and show off later. Forgot to talk about that, but there is a strat that's very, very difficult. It saves about 40 seconds. Unfortunately, I'm not good enough for that. Oh, 25. Exactly, Noops. You got it. Perfect. You can count. All right, so now on to Island 3. This is where everything chills out. We've finished the gauntlet. We're out of the really difficult levels. This is heavy machinery. It's a bit of a fun one, I think. All right. This level's pretty chill. It's just some basic platforming. There's nothing incredible about this level. We could probably fit in a few donations.
Fantastic. Well, we do have a couple of donations that have come in nicely. We have a $10 donation from Hammerhead who says, "Good luck, Clock. Push forward and jump. put this for green Spyro for the Sir Boris. And speaking of Spyro incentives, we've got a $10 donation from Tara Nuke as well, who says 114 with skip. Oh wait, wrong game. Donation goes towards Spyro Year of the Dragon Red Spyro for Bored Banana.
Yeah, the 114 with skip. It's a bit of a meme with the Crash 4 community. Oh, thank you, Tara. I love that. And also thank you for the donor, Hammerhead. We have time for a couple more if we have any as well. So here there's some pretty interesting Steam events here. This level is basically a 2.5-day level, so you can see me jumping out and back and forward a bit. All right. Put on masks. These Steam events are very. The hitboxes can screw you over pretty easily. We're also going to get a triple mask down here. You'll see me just launch up. You'll see me launch up and straight back to the ground. And back up again, apparently. One thing that we like to do in my chat is when I get the triple mask, we like to use an emote called Bongo Blob. Which if any of you have ever seen that, you know exactly what that emote is. And it's the perfect emote to use here. Oh, there we go. There we go. We still got 2 masks. Awesome stuff. And by the way, I would like to say to everyone who has donated so far this run, thank you very much. Beyond Blue is something that is very near and dear to my heart. So to see all this support from the Crash community, from the Spyro community, just from the general speedrun community, you're cool. And everyone who's here in chat, even if you're just sharing the word, you're doing a good thing. All right, so that is heavy machinery done. The next level is Cortex Power. Yes, the next level is Cortex Power. This level's really chill. We're gonna get another triple mask in here. In the second level, when I talked about waiting for my triple mask to run out before getting the next triple mask sequence, we're not gonna do that here because this level is so short. By the time we wait for our triple mask to run out and then get the next one, we would have already finished the level anyway. So you'll see me just disregard that next mask box. And again, this is a good Bongo Blob moment for my chat. Everyone loves it. Yeah, so that's that one there. As you can see, it's very early on. You don't really want to be getting that in the run. This level is interesting because you do have to backtrack. Because it kind of splits up a couple of times, goes left and right. You have to go one way, then come back, and then go the other way. Come to here and then go back. This level's pretty chill. This camera angle isn't the best though, to be honest. All right, that is one of the easiest levels done. And we're going to go straight into one of the hardest levels in the game. The next level is Generator Room. And anyone who's played this game knows exactly how hard this level is, purely because of the camera angle and the fact that I can't see Crash's shadow. So it's going to be just those really dark levels once again. There's a potential for deaths in here. There's a very good potential for deaths. As you can see, camera angle, not the greatest. So I'm going to take this very chill and just use my D-pad. You can cut some corners in here, but they are very risky unless you have very good muscle memory for this level. So we might see $60 for charity soon. We'll see. Nearly did then. All right. As you can see, try doing this nice and fast. It's kind of hard. I'm going to get this mask just for safety. It is a bit slower. That means that I don't have to worry about where those guys are because they don't have a shadow. Thankfully, in Crash Bandicoot 4, Toys for Bob realized that, Toys for Bob realized that we kind of need something to help depth perception, so they add a little yellow ring. If we could have that in NST, that would be beautiful. There we go. That one is a bit of an interesting jump. And this level, again, is one of those levels where if you die, that's a lot of time. All right, I'm going to do another spin jump right there. And here we've got a bit that I don't like a lot. Justice for circle. Justice for circle. All right, this is just a little auto scroller just at the end of the level. Kind of slow. I wish we could speed this up, but unfortunately we can't. These last couple of boxes. And we're in. Now, this next level. I know we don't have cat jam. I know we don't have rat jam. I know we don't have any of the dance emotes. But I want to see you guys blow the chat up with Sour Please. Because in my opinion, this next level has the best music in the entire game. And I'm going to be very quiet for it. It is just a straight run to the end. I'll let you guys listen to it. It's awesome. Sorry, baited you all. We're getting a mask first. Oh, I'm doing too much. There we go. Now we'll listen to the awesome music. All right, and that is the end of Toxic Waste. One of my personal favorites. One, because it's a chill level. Two, because it jams. I see a lot of Sour Pleases. The master tune, though? Exactly. All right, so we're now nearing kind of the end of the third, what I call the third island, because if you kind of look, you can kind of see a little gap there. I think of it as the third island. So this is Pinstripe Pottery. This level's pretty chill. You pretty much just wait for him to either reload or for his gun to break. I'm actually going to wait on this one time because now we can save about 3 seconds because every time he moves, it'll be pretty much straight away. Because otherwise I would have to wait for him a couple of times to go on the table and then go to the other side and we'll have to wait. This one's a jam too. It is a bit of a jam. Most of the music in this game does slap. There we go. His gun's broken. You can see he gets on the table, he'll jump to the right, we'll hit him again. And then for the last hit, I'll show you a little trick. We can actually stand right underneath him here. He won't hit me. And we're going to spin him right there. Is that done? All right, so now we're going to head into the high road, which is the same as Road to Nowhere, just a bit longer. So we're going to get more ropes. So we're going to get more rope jumps, possibly more rope deaths. If we have any more donations, that would be sick.
Alrighty, well, we do have a $25 donation from Riley that says, boy oh boy, wowie, this speedrunning thing takes some real gadget type operators, doesn't it? Put this towards some sick kickflips in Tony Hawk 3.
$60 for charity.
Do you want to keep going? Or,
yeah.
You wanna...
Yeah.
All right, sweet. We also have I clicked the wrong button. Here we are. Let's have a $20 donation from 19 that says, no comment.
That's the most beautiful comment I've heard all day. Thank you.
And finally, we have a $5 anonymous donation that says, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, please.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Loving all these donations coming through. I think the one thing that I was worried about with my run was being the first run and not having any donations to read out. But thankfully, you guys have all rocked up. You guys have all donated generously, very generously. Just a quick question: what is actually our total at the moment? If you have that on hand.
Our current total is $297.50.
That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. For the first hour, we're nearly at $300. So that's the end of the high road. Again, it's a chill level. Unfortunately, we did have that death incident. At the moment, we're going to donate $60 to charity. So it looks like we're going to be sitting at around 350 after this run at this rate. All right. So this is the end of what I call Island 3. A lot of people call the rest of this Island 3. You can see there's that little bit of a gap. This is Slippery Climb. Slippery Climb's an interesting level. If you've played this game before, you know exactly how hard this level is. There's not many, actually no, there's one checkpoint in here. Unfortunately, I did die, which means I don't get to carry my masks into here. So there's a little trick in this game called a hyper jump, and I'm probably not going to hit it now because there's a damage setup you can do, and there's one that you can do with a mask. We can take damage. We're going to try it though. The basis of a hyper jump, when Crash takes damage and Aku shields the damage, Crash will kind of hop up in the air a little bit. If you can take damage and then get stuck underneath something like a platform or these spikes, you can actually, the game will try to get you out of there by launching Crash straight upwards. And we can use that to get Crash to the top of the level, on top of this wall, and we can literally just run straight to the end. Now, I did say Crash takes damage, but there is a setup that we can do. I'm going to attempt. It's a little bit harder, but we can do it without taking damage. We can basically just get Crash very stuck between a rock and a hard place, or in this case, a crate and a platform. So here's the setup here. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to wait for a certain queue for the platforms up there. No. Oh, so you can kind of see Crash did rise up a little bit. You kind of want him to just get stuck and then just launch up there. This spike on the left here is where you would do the damage. Is where you do the damage setup. So unfortunately, I'm going to lose a little bit of time coming through here, but that's okay. This level's pretty chill anyway. All right, we're gonna wait for these spikes to come. Sorry, these stairs to come out. It is precise. It is very precise. Basically, I was looking for the left edge of one of the platforms to basically cross one of the to cross the edge of one of the stones, and then you jump, you hold jump, you mash the hell out of jump, and then once you get stuck, you just move yourself away, and then you're done. And you just launch up in the air, and then you push up a little bit, and it's great. It's good fun. One thing about these birds as well is these birds have massive hitboxes. You can basically hit them from anywhere, and the game will count it. In OG, they're very, very, very small, and you've got to be very, very precise with these jumps. That's why I'm not too stressed. And that is the end of Slippery Climb. Pretty breezy. Let's see, this is another level where you miss quite a few boxes. $47. That's quite a few. It's quite a few. All right, so we're now into Island 4. This is lights out. This is one of my personal favorite levels because just like Toxic Waste, the one that I got you guys to see how I plays before, this one's just straightforward. But this one's fun because you have no light. And the only way that you can get a light source is from Aku, but unfortunately, he doesn't last forever. After a certain amount of time, he will expire, so you do have to be fast in this level. Thankfully, the cycles in this level are pretty much set up so that you can just go straight forward and just keep getting boxes, and you're good. Just like this. Like, I can just jump for these cycles blindly and expect that platform to just pop out into the light like that. That one's a little... Oh! Unfortunately, I should have hit that one, but I didn't. $70 to charity. All right, there we go. Now we're back on cycle. And this level I can get all the boxes that I see because there is a yellow gem path that takes you up to get the last 3 boxes. So I can just get all the boxes here. It's fine. And there's these rats here. These are pretty easy. You can actually see them in the dark because their eyes glow red. Kind of menacing when you see it for the first time. All right, here we have some axes. That's pretty easy. You have to know where they are. Just like that. Oh, okay. Now I'm in the dark. Okay, here we go. I am looking for my next place to jump. Oh, yep, there we go. All right. Sorry, just give me a second. There we go. There we go. Doing with that light. I can barely see the edges of those platforms. I don't know if you guys can see anything there, but it's it's a bit tight to do them. Alrighty. Now we're getting into one of the hardest levels in the game. This is where a lot of my runs go to die. This is Jaws of Darkness. It's basically the other temple level that we saw, but longer. There's no checkpoints for the first minute. And like the next, I think there's only 2 or 3 checkpoints in this level. And the last one, if you die between the last one and the end, you lose probably another minute, I'd say. This level's pretty interesting. It's just the same thing, but longer, a bit more stressful. The door cycles are a lot worse in this level too. If we have a couple of donations, we can roll them out as well.
Sweet as well. We do have a couple of donations that have come in. We have a donation, $20 donation from N-Sane, who says, "Put this towards Pro Skater 3. Let's go!"
A lot of donations for Pro Skater 3. Let's go.
Yeah, we're currently at $70 for that donation incentive out of 300, so we're tracking really nicely to get that done by the end of the day.
Yeah, I'd agree. That's actually going pretty well.
We also have a $10 donation from someone called Twitter, who says, "This is a comment."
I don't know why. I just really like that name and comment. All right, I'm just gonna wait for these spikes. Yeah, we've got more door cycles. You can just hear them in the distance slamming shut. 1, 2, there we go. That is a door cycle that I do get stuck on quite a lot. There we go. Wait for that. Get the snake. Wait for this cycle. There are some interesting corner cuts you can do, but again, just like generator room, so risky to do them because you cannot see a thing if you're in the air. All right, let's not fail the last jump. Let's go. Wait these cycles out a bit, let them sync up a bit because they can go out of sync. It's really interesting. And that's Jaws done. Whew. This one, we're going to be here for a while. To get your popcorn out, chat. We're going to be here for quite a long time. This is the most amount of boxes in the whole game. There we go. 92 boxes. All right. So we're now deep into the run here. This is the last few levels of the run. We're getting right to the end. Now, do you guys remember that level that I had to do 100% completely? I'm going to do one of the hardest strats in the game. I'm going to need everyone to just be quiet. I need to concentrate here. Perfect. Perfect. Beautiful. That was the green gem route that we did. That's why we got the green gem earlier in the run. We just skipped that entire level. Beautiful. Oh, that's a fun little level. It's a good one. So here we're heading up to Nitrous Brio. This is the second last boss of the game. I've died a lot to Brio. So Brio's pretty chill. He just chucks out these little slimy boys. You just jump on them, and then he'll chuck out the purple potions. I don't know why he's mixing them together though. So as you can see, he's got a lot of health, but he'll throw out 2 slimes now, and then he'll throw out 3, and then we'll get into another phase. Nearly died there. There is a strat where you can make him throw these potions a little bit faster, but it is very risky because you have to kind of run up to him, make him try and like smack you with his potions. There is a strat I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for sort of the slow version of the strat. So he's got 1 health bar. He's actually going to go straight into his second phase, and I nearly died there because I keep forgetting about that last throw. So you can see here, right now he can't hit me until he grows big. There's a strat where you can jump onto his head, and you can land on his head right there. I'm going to show you kind of the slower way to do it. So here, there's this little block. We'll just jump onto his head. We'll just jump up there, and we can just run on top of his head to do that. There'll be 2 more blocks that spawn in the back. It's pretty much just the same thing as before. And that is this boss fight done. I have died doing that where I missed the block and then tried to jump thinking I was on the block. Not fun, because you start from the very start of that fight every time. That's a pretty easy boss fight. It is a very easy boss fight indeed. So now we're going to head into the lab. The lab is the last of the main levels. The lab's pretty fun. It's got some very fun cycles. As you can see here, there's these blocks that I've got to hit, and they'll trigger things. So they'll open doors and they'll, you know, make things, they'll make platforms appear. And then there's the electricity here. This level's pretty fun. It can get pretty tricky. If you die here, it is, again, another big time loss. These last few levels, very interesting. I'm going to watch out here because there's a TNT under there. It's going to go here, open that door. You got to watch out for the doors as well, because if you stay underneath a door, it will close on you. And see those spikes underneath them? That will kill you. It's not very fun. I've had that happen to me many times. I had to backtrack in this level once. I died straight away. So here's this guy. I'm going to actually spin him from the front. And as you can hear, I just blew up some TNT that was on top, that was covering this block right here. It's going to reopen that door. So now I have to wait for the TNT to count down. We can just jump around these guys. Normally you're supposed to spin them a couple of times between their cycles. There we go. We'll open up this door. And we'll just run straight through. All right, this has killed me before. I'm going to go here. I'm just going to wait another cycle just so I'm ready. There we go. All right, I'm just going to do that again. 2, 3. There we go. And this is the end of the level. Easy, just like that. Lab's pretty fun if you can do it right. Now, remember when I said Castle Machinery has the hardest strat in the game? About to see an even harder strat. If I can hit this strat, I will be amazed. Absolutely amazed. Welcome to the Great Hall. That's the whole level. That's the whole level. To elaborate on that level, there is, if you get the gems, if you get all 20 clear gems in this game, which the other gem, the color gems also count, you actually get a secret ending, which I will show you in a bit depending on our time. Here's the final boss fight. Dr. Neo Cortex. Somehow his castle's on fire. It doesn't explain how. So this is the last boss fight of the game. It's pretty simple. He just chucks out these little orbs. You spin the green ones back. The purple ones he'll fire at you. The bluish looking ones he will shoot to the side like this, and they'll try and side swipe you. There we go. And then you know, we move into areas where you have to hit 2 back at a time. This is a pretty easy boss fight, I'll be honest. So that was pretty chill, but these orbs have very interesting hitboxes. They can get very big for some stupid reason, and you can have a lot of fun dying here, especially to these ones that kind of go up and down. There we go. There's 2. Get ready on time. We've got 2 more hits left. Oh. We've got 1 more left. I would like to thank you all for donating. Thank you very much. I've been Clockdistrict. Hope you have a good one, and that is time for me. Oh, we'll check time in my load list because this game does use a load list timer. That was a 51:44 load list. Pretty happy with that. Thank you all for the GGs. Here's our girlfriend Torna giving us a little bit of a kiss. Now, I'd like to show you guys one special little thing. Remember when I talked about the Great Hall? Well, I'm going to load up a file that I've got all of the, that I've got 20 gems in. I will show you what the Great Hall actually looks like. There's a little cutscene. It's like a little epilogue for the game. So we're just going to load up this file right here. Yes. Alrighty. We're just going to load this one up. Thank you all for the GGs. Very, very happy with this run. So we're going to head into the Great Hall here. Whoop, there it is. So this is a run that I did a couple of days ago just to get all these gems. So it says return here when you've earned every clear gem. Jump on this one. And this is what, and every single gem equates to 1 platform. If we have any last minute donations, we can roll them out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a $25 anonymous donation that says, ASM time, POG, Toyhawks Pro Skater 3, please. So that takes our donation total up to $95 in the first run for this $300 donation incentive. Very, very impressive. We also have a $54 donation from Purple, who says, gotta put this for the default purple color for Spyro Year of the Dragon for Board Banana.
Loving this bid war going on for the Spyro 3 run. So this is our little thing going on here. We just get this little cutscene. We fly away on a bird for some silly reason, and then it just gives you a little epilogue on all of the bosses. Pretty much what they're doing after the game. And that will be me for today. Thank you very much for having me on. Thank you also especially to the ASM crew for the last couple of weeks, how, you know, it's gone from in-person to online. Thanks to the Crash community. You're all cool. If you like this game, you want to speedrun it, or any of the HD Crash games, we've got a Discord link in speedrun.com. And if you like me, and you like Spyro, and you like Crash, twitch.tv/Clockdistrict. You can see it down below. Thank you very much. It's been awesome. Good luck to everyone else today. And I'll get working on that $70 donation.